Here she is, a MFJ Super DSP filter. It is a MFJ-784. Just got through putting this guy back together. Had a few things wrong with it when I got it, and I had planned on using it and keeping it, but when I got it and listened to it, I really didn't like the way the DSP works on this guy. Makes the people sound, I just can't, it just makes the people sound too muffled for me. It does work as a DSP, and I'll go ahead and run it through a few of the deals. One of the things that when I got it, this power light's supposed to turn green when it goes into preset filters, and it didn't when I first got it, but now it does. I just replaced that little guy there, and now he's up and running and working just fine. I also upgraded the BIOS. Let me see if I can focus this thing in a little bit. And it's a 312 BIOS. You'll notice that the date, if we can get into focus there, 1998. So this board was manufactured in 1994. So we're not dealing with real current technology here. You'll notice all the components are through-hole components. It was pretty easy to fix and work on. It wasn't too bad of a soldering job on the bottom. Had to go through and solder a few joints. Found a couple of ground bridges and fixed those. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. When I got it, I decided I'd just replace all these capacitors. So I didn't replace any of the ceramic caps, but I did replace all the electrolytics. So all the electrolytics have been replaced, as they were about, pretty close to 10 years old. So alright, so this guy does use the analog devices DSP 2105 chip, and I also replaced this guy here, which is your regulator for the 12 volts. So yeah, just for general purposes, I like to get those guys in and replace them, especially if they're as old as this guy is. All the connectors, all the buttons seem to work well. Oh yeah, one of the things that's kind of neat about this thing, it'll transmit a Morse code signal, and I don't know if it actually transmits it out to audio. I haven't played around with that part of it, but all the knobs turn well. There's no issues with them. And there's the volume control, and I have somebody playing through that. I'm listening to 3916, and we'll go ahead and I'll use them as an example for filtering, because there is a little bit of static crashes out there. So if we can get right now there's no filtering in. You can hear the static crashes. So I'm going to go ahead and put the filter in, and I'm going to turn down the AGC as well. You notice the volume came up some with the AGC on. Okay, so I turned on the noise filter, and I don't know if you can hear the random noise generator or random noise filter in this guy is not too bad. You'll notice that a lot of the static crashes are gone, but I don't know if you can hear the echoing effect and stuff like that. That's just one of the things I found annoying with this DSP, and that's typical for a lot of these DSPs. They have this echoey effect, and they'll change. Sometimes some of them will even make them sound like the guy's underwater. So there it is. I'm going to box this thing back up. I say the faceplate. Heck, I've received MFJ stuff brand new in about the same condition as this faceplate, but it does have a little scratch here in the very front, a little bit of wear, but overall it looks pretty good. The case, the back case here, a little bit of wear and tear on the case, but it overall it doesn't look too bad. Everything's still readable on the back. And the, let's see if we can find the top of the case. The top of the case actually is in real good condition. There's a little bit, few skip marks on it, but you can't really tell. But it looks over pretty well, pretty good. So I'm going to box this guy back up and put him back out on eBay. And if you want him, there he is. Just go ahead and happy bidding.